What's up, everybody? Tim the Collector here. It is new comic book day. Got some pickups to go over, and then some long box diving as well. Again, as I've said in a previous video, I have supplemented some of my buys with discount comic book services. It's just like, again, I can't spend $100 a week on new comics, so I have to kind of supplement. So my pull's is a little smaller. I'll do a discount comic book service unboxing at the beginning of each month or end of each month, however you want to look at it. When that comes in, you know, unfortunately a lot of that's gonna be stuff that you've already seen in a lot of cases. But I am gonna kind of dig through the long boxes while I'm there too, and kind of try to pull some deals out of there. So I'll show those as well. And with that, first up, Winter Soldier #2. This one, I picked up #1 the week after it came out, and I read it. I really enjoyed it. So I'm in on #2. I didn't like the character in the movies, honestly. Didn't really resonate with me. It's not the actor. It's not the kid. Just didn't like it. The book is. I like the book though. And don't forget, check yours if you got #1. See if you got that. Well, if you read it, you know. But if you haven't read it, look at it. There was a mix-up, and 12 pages from Venom that same week got inserted in place of some of the main story. So see if you got that one. Don't know if it's going to be worth anything or not. And unfortunately, you can't really finish the story in the book. But I suppose you could always return it and get a different copy. Anyway, so next up, Conan the Barbarian. I picked up this one kind of begrudgingly. It's a #1. There were a lot of covers for this. They're pimping the Conan hard on all the books right now. So I don't know. I'll read it. We'll see if it's any good. The old Conan stuff was cool. You know, I grew up with Arnold and the Conan movies. But I don't have high hopes for this. It's a really thick book, though. It's a real thick book. I hate the art. I hate the way they drew Conan. He seems like he's like average superhero guy size. Conan to me is like supposed to be swole, right? He's a barbarian. He's supposed to be bigger. So I think they're gonna do a Conan the Destroyer as well. Maybe that'll have a little more formidable Conan. But most of these covers look meh to me. It's kind of cool how he's taking off the guy's arm here, and he's, you know, swinging the sword around and la-di-da, but we'll see. It might be all right. Next up, I picked up this Tony Stark Iron Man. I do have this on my discount comic book service buy as well, but it's a real cool cover. I don't know what's going on here. It looks kind of symbiotic almost, so grabbed it. We'll see. And my last one from Marvel, Champions #1. I don't know what they're doing here, if they're rebooting, relaunching. Why this is a #1, I don't know. So we'll get into it and see. It's got, you know, the main characters, and then there's some other ones in here as well. So I don't know what they're doing with that. It's a #1. It's got a lot of cool characters that the younger generation, it's going to resonate with them, so might be worth something. I had to pick it up, especially when you got this guy right up front and center, right? These two for sure, right? So and okay, we'll throw her in too. We'll throw in Ironheart, but yeah, had to get it. What can I say? All right, we're gonna go into the Independents first, because I got some stuff I want to talk about with the DC books this week. First up, Crowded issue #6. If you're not reading that, you're missing out. It's a good book. It's about crowdfunding, like assassinations. So it's a cool book. It's a cool story. Check it out. Empty Man #3. I didn't like the first issue. The second issue was better. The third issue was better yet. So it's basically this sickness is taking over. No, it's taking over the world, but a large portion of it. and it pretty much makes people crazy. A little bit different than your typical like zombie type crazy thing. It's hard to explain. You got to read it, I guess. I can't really give you much of a story without giving it away. So, but anyway, Boom Studios. It's a good read. Yeah, it's a good read. So, DC. I want to talk about DC. There are potentially several first appearances this week that I didn't realize. But first, we'll go through Action 1006. Got both copies of that. I don't know. It's alright. Next up, Old Lady Harley. So this one's interesting for a couple reasons. There's this set of twins here, and they're the Bane twins. It says the Bane twins, we will break you. And then Harley Quinn down here says, well, maybe it'll boost sales. So they're kind of breaking fourth wall, which is kind of interesting to me. It's kind of cool. A la Deadpool. And I'm not a big Harley Quinn. I don't follow Harley Quinn much, so maybe that's normal with Harley Quinn. I don't know. But I think it's kind of cool. But anyway, Bane twins. I think that might be a first appearance. I don't know that they've shown up before, so that's pretty cool. Batman Who Laughs, #1. So you get a couple appearances in this. Obviously, the Batman Who Laughs has already shown up. I think they call him the Grim Batman. Could be wrong on that. I read this tonight, and it's pretty good. And there might be another first appearance toward the end of the book. I don't know if it's technically a first appearance or not, but so there could be 2 first appearances in this book. I was surprised. I was really lukewarm on this when I saw it, and boy, I was wrong. This book is awesome. You get past the first 2-3 pages anyway, it really opens up, and it's the story is crazy. So if you're not reading that one, pick it up. And last, I'm gonna pull this out because I kind of want to show some stuff here. Injustice Masters of the Universe #6. This is the final book in the 6-book run, and I don't know, but there is a character in here. I gotta find the page, but okay, right here. Let's see if I can get this on. Well, you really can't really read that, but I'll read it. Regina Taylor, bearer of the power of Shazam, who took inspiration from a tale told by a barbarian warrior. She calls herself Queen Marvel. Now, in this book, in this series, if you don't want spoilers, don't listen. But in this book, Shazam dies. Superman murks him. This Regina Taylor is a character in like issue 2 or 3 that He-Man saved. Basically, she was going to commit suicide. He saved her. He caught her jumping off a building. And I can't find anything on this Regina Taylor or Queen Marvel. So it might be out there. I didn't dig a ton, but I got on Google and I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any first appearance, anything. So this might be a first appearance of a character. I don't know if it means anything in this, 6-issue series, kind of alternate universe type of storyline, but I was like, whoa, new character? And I didn't hear any buzz about that at all, so I want to throw that out there just in case. So that's pretty cool. That was a good series. That was a good book. Superman, when he's, when he's got those questionable morals, he would be a phenomenal villain in a DC movie or series of movies. Maybe it's time to, switch him around a little bit. You can always go back. You could call it an alternate universe series, whatever you want to do. But man, he's awesome as a bad guy. I guess he's not even a anti-hero. He's just a bad guy in this. He does some real heinous stuff. So this was an awesome series. And then the pre-order came out for Batman Detective 1000. So, whoops, technical difficulty. There's a 1930 cover, there's a 1940 cover, 1950, 60, 70, 80, you get it, 2000. There's a cover for every decade, basically. This thing is $9.99. So that's crazy. It's 96 pages. $2 more than Action 1000 was. I'll probably pick up at least the main cover. I don't know if we'll get others, but then this 2019, the War of the Realms calendar came out. That was a freebie, so it's pretty neat. Pretty cool. I'll have to look through that and see if there's any kind of like stuff that sticks out. Like, oh man, they got this in the calendar. It's probably something. So, anywho, I also did some dog box digging. I picked up some books. Some of these aren't anything. I just thought they were cool. The Amazing Spider-Man Maximum Clonage. This is part 3 of 6, so it's like a middle of a run. But it's got Spider-Man 2099 Fighting Spider-Man. I thought it was cool. I'll look for the other ones probably. The Amazing Spider-Man Flashback. It's a one of a series, but I don't know if it's anything at all. It's got Peter Parker as, looks like Captain America, and I don't know what else. I didn't read it, so I'll look through it. But it was kind of a cool cover, so I grabbed it. I was on kind of a cool cover kick, grabbing some cool covers. This one, The Greatest Responsibility, Part 1 of 3. Hey Spider-Man, I've got a crush on you. Introducing the new Dr. Octopus. I'm not sure if that's a first appearance. I doubt it. This character looks familiar to me, but I just can't put my finger on who it is right now. But yeah, maybe it will be. Who knows? The Amazing Spider-Man 200. I've been looking for this book. I've been trying to buy this book, and I have been unsuccessful every time I bid on it. This is the man who killed his Uncle Ben, the Spider versus the Burglar. The Burglar. I don't know. Yeah, can't say it. Why not? I don't know. Anyway. The Burglar. There we go. Double the size, double the thrills. It's a big, thick book for number 200. And so I grabbed that. It's nice. It's a little beat up, but it's a cool book. And then I found 2 issues of Alpha Flight number 32. Key Comic Collector had that book on there as a first appearance. I don't know if I can't remember if it's the Vindicator or if it's somebody else in here, but there's a first appearance in this book. And then I picked up like 3 or 4 of this next book at a I guess we'll call it an antique shop almost, and I got them for 25 cents a piece. This was several months ago, and this one's popping now, and they're saying it's the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099, but I found 2 more today at my local comic shop, and they're in pretty nice shape. So it's got this kind of neat inlay. It's an ugly book. I'm not gonna lie. It's a giant size 30th anniversary. It's ugly, but they're saying now that this is potentially the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. I think Comic Tom said that. I want to say it was on Key Collector comic app as well. So I dug around and looked for it, and boom, there it was. So I grabbed a couple more. So I think I got like 5 of these now. So, and I think the little honey hole I went to had a bunch more of these. And I looked them up at the time. They weren't worth anything, so I only bought a couple just, you know, because they're Web of Spider-Man, and I just want to have them. So I might head back. I might venture back over there and see if I can grab up some more of these, and I'll let you know if I do. I'll show that. But a couple more of those, that was cool. So pick up. So that's it for today, folks. As always, have a wonderful day and a wonderful evening. Talk to you later.